Hello and welcome. You know what? The only thing worse than cold calling is when you actually are able, you get that appointment, you actually meet with someone, you're excited, you have a good connection, you feel like they might really be interested in that they're a good prospect, they really are interested in your product or service, and then they ghost you. Where did they go? What happened? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to spend probably about the next 20, 30 minutes or so going through how to create a nurture and email sequence to help you to not be ghosted. In other words, to continue to build that relationship that you started in a way that's not pushy. My name is Jewel T. Leonard, and for over 2 decades, I have helped large automotive manufacturers, solopreneurs, and entrepreneurs and founders in general to leverage marketing strategies for success. And I'm excited to be sharing this information with you to help you grow your business. So let's get into the content. We're going to do a short. I've got a few slides that I'm going to share with you, and then we'll get right into the demo and show you how everything works. Okay. So this is a common problem. You are not the only one. This is very, very standard. And there's some reasons for that, right? But the way we are able to kind of overcome or to help in this instance is a good nurture campaign. And the nurture campaign helps because you're combining a personalized email with some SMS sequences, and you can kind of gently guide them through your sales process instead of just feeling like you're stuck right there and like, where do I go from here? You can help them to understand and expose through the exposure process to understand about you and your business. Now, that assumes you have a sales process, so make sure you have that buttoned up. But this way you can go ahead and nurture them through. And you know what, to be honest, with the new AI stuff available to you, being able to craft these email messages in a way that makes sense is just easier than ever. Okay. So all you need is a great tool to do it. So let's take a look at why they ghost. It's not you. Like, why would someone ghost you? You're amazing. You have a great personality. You have a great product or service. Why on earth would someone ghost you? What is wrong with them? Well, let's say first they forget about you. Let's be honest. They just met you. They have family. They have friends. They have, relationships and other stuff going on. And so they're not thinking about you. They don't know how wonderful you are. They just met you. And so we have to help them to get to know us better, right? So that's what we are doing. Now, let me just make sure that everything is working here, because I've had some difficulty with the. Okay, let's see. I think we're good. Oh, good. Okay. All right, cool. So they forgot about you. The next thing is they get distracted by your competitors. Yes, we all have competitors. And the thing is that depending on what industry you're in, there are so many competitors that that it's hard to kind of keep track of who's distracting them. But the thing is that's why it's important for you to understand your product and service so you can differentiate yourself, right? Because there's always going to be competitors, not just even competitors that are in your same space, but just competitors in general in marketing, right? Say, for example, you are a digital marketer and you focus on, I don't know, Facebook ads or SEO or something like that. It's not just other SEO people that are your competitors. It's every other type of marketing that could be possibly used, geofencing and, all events and all other types of things are your competitors. So they've got other people out there, which is all the more reason why it's important for you and I, founder, to stay in front of them. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And then they forget the value you provide, right? I met with a woman earlier this year and she said, we were talking, we had a virtual meeting. She says, wow, I never would have known what you do if you hadn't told me that, right? You have to develop the ability to share with people what you have to offer and do it in a way that they understand the value. And that's, I mean, that's something that we all have to do. It's iterative. It's not something that's going to be gone over or done overnight, but I mean, it definitely, it's real. You have to do that. But a nurture sequence that solves that issue by staying top of mind. They get an email from you. They at least recognize your name and say, "Hey, I remember I met that person." You build trust because you're sharing information. You're providing value. So then they feel like they can trust that you're there to help them. And then the nice thing is that, assuming they're reading your emails, which we hope that they will, but you can slowly overcome objections, because you can address those items over time versus having no activity whatsoever over, say, a 10-day period. Okay. So you want to think of it as this sequence we're going to build is, think of it as your always on sales assistant. So the new team member you never knew you had, right? So this is what we're going to do in the demo. We're going to build an email and an SMS sequence to nurture the leads. We're going to build a workflow to automate when and how they receive the messages. And now, if you're not techie, don't worry. The platform that I use, Boss Assist, we have Boss Assist is a done for you solution. So you would already have these. We would set up to do some onboarding, and we would identify what your sequence would be, and it would be set up for you. So you don't have to do this. If you like to, if you're techie and you want to do it yourself, then you can become a GCA affiliate, a high level affiliate, and then I gift you the actual the tool, the Boss Assist tool. So, but that's up to you. But for now, for purposes of this discussion, I just want to show you how it happens. So that you understand that, you know, there's technology back here doing this, and there's not someone typing up emails for this. It's a system and a process behind it. And then by the end, you'll have a framework that you can use for your business. You can, you know, at least be familiar with what happens behind the curtains when people are doing email campaigns. Now, one thing I do want to say before we go off into the demo is this is something I learned about email campaigns and text message campaigns. So you may meet someone, or you may have access to some tool that says, "Oh, well, we're going to do email. We're going to do, you, all you need is an email campaign. If you have an email campaign, you can reach out to your people. It's going to be great." But you can't just have an email campaign that just goes to strangers, right? When you're doing this type of thing, it assumes, at least in my book, it assumes that you have a relationship of some sort with the people that are in your email list. In fact, one of the exercises that I'm going through between now and the end of the year is to get rid of people in my email list that I'm not interacting with. And the reason, there's multiple reasons, but one is that people that don't know you, I mean, I've purchased things from people that I had no contact with before based on their content. But for the most part, people are going to want to at least be familiar with you. Okay. So when you put them in your email list, you want to make sure that you have some type of relationship. Secondly, deliverability on your email and your grade. You get a grade when you're sending out emails and things of that nature on your domain. And so the more interaction you can get with people, the more they open your emails and all that, the better it looks for you. And so you don't want to have an email list full of people who never open your emails and never communicate and aren't opening them, because that's just going to reflect poorly on your stats and you won't really know where you stand. So anyway, that point of clarification, just kind of noodle on that. Did I do this? Oh, okay. So the nurture sequence is, we're going to define the sequence. We're going to build the email campaign. We're going to add some SMS messages and automate the follow-up. Now, I am going to add one more step, and that is to, as I switch over here, that is to create a calendar, because in the demo system that I'm using, I hadn't set up a calendar yet. And I'm going to change the screen a little bit so you can see better. Okay, so let's switch this over. Let's see. Okay, great. So you can see that screen. Okay, perfect. So the first thing we're going to do is create a calendar, because when you're sending out notices to people, you want to give them an opportunity in multiple ways to be able to reach out to you and continue the conversation. And obviously, having a calendar appointment is one of those things. And so within the platform, there are, there's calendars. So I just wanted to show you. So we're going to actually add a calendar. So here in this demo system, we'll go to calendar settings. This is like your Calendly. Okay. You can have multiple calendars. You can have as many calendars as you want. And then there are different types of calendars. So you can have a personal booking calendar. You can have a class booking calendar. So if you're for a webinar or something where you're presenting and multiple people can book, that would be like a class one. You can have round robin calendars so that when someone is using online booking, which we'll cover pretty soon on these 31 demo or 30 demos, you can have the appointments to distribute among your team so that one person isn't getting all the appointments and you don't have to worry about scheduling. Okay. It's just going to round robin, just pick the next person for the next appointment, which is nice and simple for you. And then collective booking is multiple hosts meet with one participant. So this would be the case where maybe you have one client that you're meeting with, but you have representatives from your different teams. That type of a calendar can be created as well. But for today, we're going to just use let's see, we should use the round robin calendar. How am I going to use this going forward? Let's do it. So you can set up the calendar. You put the calendar name. So this is demo day 4 calendar creation. Okay. And then here you could select team members, right? But so you can put multiple. This is where you would identify which ones, but we shouldn't do that for this because I want them all to go. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. But this is how you can select multiple team members, okay? Let's just do those two. And then here is where you can create a custom URL. So if you want this to be discovery call, you can say discovery. If the slug is already taken, you can put your company initials there. You can set the duration of how long it is, and you can say what days of the week you want to hold those. So say maybe you only do discovery calls on Tuesday and Thursday, right? Then you turn these off. And then you can set the time range that you want those appointments to be held between, and then click confirm. And then you get a calendar link. Now I'm actually going to open up Google Keep because we're going to use that link to do some different things today. So let me do that. Calendar link. And I'm going to save that up. I love, I really enjoy the Google suite of products because everything is, it kind of works together. So let me copy. I forgot to copy this. So we're going to copy it. Now, the nice thing about the calendar too is that you can get this link, or you can also embed the code. Now, the benefit of embedding the code is that sometimes, and this has happened to me, I have one idea of how I wanted to structure everything, and then I switch things around, and then the calendar link is different because the slug changed. The slug is like the little identifier at the end. With the calendars in the Boston Sense platform, you can have what we call the embed code, or and this is a permanent link, so that no matter what you name the slug for your calendar, it's always going to work. Okay. So that's especially important now since we put so many things out on the internet digitally. It's kind of like, okay, I sent that somewhere. I don't remember where I put it. You might not always have the breadcrumbs, so to speak, of where you use that link. And so it's nice to be able to have a link that you just know it's always going to go to the right place. Okay. So we can preview this calendar. Can you see this? You can't see my preview calendar. Okay. I'm going to show you the preview. Okay. So you should be able to see here, this is what the calendar looks like. And as you can see, here's the days they can book. Here's the times. And when they click on this, they can actually book appointments. Okay. So we needed to do that first just so that we can have it available for when we need a calendar. Now, so with respect to the sequence, let's go ahead and set up the email sequence. So we're going to go back into the sites area. Oh, actually, no, we need to go to marketing, right? Okay, marketing. So this is the marketing menu within the Boss Assist platform. We're powered by High Level. And so I'll just share one little thing. You can integrate all these social media accounts. And so because we have a social planner in the platform, but we're not going through that today. I don't remember what day we go through that, but we're just talking about templates today. So we're going to go ahead and create an email template. Now, you can organize them by folders, but we're just going to create a new one for the sake of time and for the sake of the demo. You can create a template from an existing campaign. You can use the email marketing templates that are in the platform that will give you templates to choose from. So, for example, we've got all these pre-defined templates that are available depending on what you're looking for: business coaching, health and wellness, right? So you can have that for you do-it-yourselfers, that want to have multiples. There, you knock yourself out. I personally just like to set up my own emails because I want to know every function that's in there, right? So sometimes with the templates, they'll be, different people have different ways of coding and developing things. And so they'll have things done a different way than I like it. So I like to develop my own. So then I know exactly what's going on with it, but you can use templates. And you can also, you can also import an email to use. Okay, we won't go through that today. So we're just going to do a blank template. To create an email template, you can use a design editor, which is what I typically use. You can use a code editor, which is HTML editing, if you're techie and that's your thing, for you do-it-yourselfers, or you can do plain text editor. I like the design editor, so that's what I'm going to choose. Again, if you're a Boss Assist, it's done for you, so you don't have to do any of this. You're just kind of, just watching how your stuff would be built. If you are interested in the High Level Affiliate program, then this is how you would actually go about creating a template. So here is a template we're going to use. We're going to call this Demo Day 4. Day 4, welcome. This is actually our day 1 template we're going to use. Okay. And so here, this is a drag and drop editor. So we can take here, we're going to add an image. Let's add an image. We're starting from scratch. The way you add an image is you can go here and select from your media library. And let's see. Let's upload one from here. Your media storage, any images that you load into the media area can be used anywhere, right? So anywhere within, if it's a website that you want to use it on, wherever you want to use it, it can be loaded there. What we're going to do actually is, I should have used an existing one so I could show you some of the other things. But for this purpose, we'll just add, let's see, well, let's duplicate this, okay? And let's see. And you can add your text here. So I actually set aside some text to use for this. So let me just grab that. So excited to connect. We're going to put the subject line on here. So let's do that. Subject line here is in settings. So you can put your email subject. Oops. You can put your email subject. Where'd it go? In settings. You can put your email subject here. We also have a custom value feature. So if you want to customize it with the first name of the contact, you can do that here by just using this tag and adding whatever contact information you want. So contact first name, Okay. You need to put in your tag first and then, oh, why is it? Wait, what am I doing? Stop it. Only on a demo, only on a demo. So let me do this. I'm not sure why. Let's see, user error, that's why. Excited to meet you. And the name, right? The other thing you can do is you can add preview text. So you know how you go through and you see an email and you see that that little line that tells you a little bit about what the email is about. That's a preview text. You can set this as well. So let's say looking forward to getting to know your business. Okay, and then that will be saved for this template and any other templates. If you copied this and used it forward, it would always be there. So the other thing, we're going to go ahead and put the body of the email here. So it's pretty straightforward. We're going to copy. I did this little list ahead of time. So we're going to copy and paste. And again, we're going to put in this custom value. Now, this is a great use for ChatGPT to create templates. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I created each of these templates individually on my own in time for this demo. I'm doing a demo every day. So, but it's very helpful because then, you can focus on the value part, bringing the value. And that's what this is all about. Okay, there we go. So we put the first name. That's going to be custom and show up customized for them. Thank you for reaching out. I'm thrilled to connect and learn more about your goals. To get started, let's do a quick, here's a quick resource. So now you could, this is where you would insert your link to some resource that's of value to you. So let's just, for kicks, we'll put a link to the blueprint survey. Okay. And then you can go ahead and put your signature. Looking forward to it. Okay, Jewel test. Day 4. Now, with your email templates, you want to make sure that the signature piece that you've included it, because you want to have your opt-out. You always have to have the opt-out, but we're not going through the detail of how to construct an email. We're going in the sense of the detail of creating it to make sure that it's legal. We're talking about how to create an email using a template builder, but know that there's some requirements for your email that need to be in place. And with the Boss Assist done for you, all that'll be taken care of. It's you'll see in the signature, you need to have, your company name, your detail information. Sometimes, I'd like to put the social media icons right there in the signature block. And so you just have an awareness that you need some additional information. Don't go out into your Gmail account and start flipping out email. You can, but just make sure that you understand what needs to be in those emails. But the point is that this is a template that we're using for a demo, and I've already taken too much time on this. And so I got to hurry up. I'm going to take too much time. I've been talking too much. Okay. So we got that. We got our email template for day 1. And oops, it's unsaved stuff. So we're going to save it. I've been talking too much today. Chatty catty today. So now, for the sake of just being able to have a little bit more detail, let's just clone this email. We're going to call this day 3. Okay. Let's say follow up, just to show you the automation, because I'm running a little bit behind here. So we'll clone that and we'll make a different one. So you see, when we cloned it, we got the exact same stuff. If you go over here, when you look at your settings, you see you got everything set up here. So you do have to make sure to come in and update this. So let's do, let's update the subject. Okay, I don't know why it gave me this. I think it, let's see, update the subject here. Are your leads slipping away? And the whole, there's a whole technique and psychology around emails. We're not covering that here today. But know that It's not just about sending one email. It's about the psychology around helping someone through the discovery process to learn about your business in a way that helps them to feel comfortable to purchase, right? So there's a whole psychology behind it. And then let's look at the preview text. We can help. Okay. Schedule a discovery call today. All right. I'm going to save those settings. And then here we're going to just go in and change this content out, swap it out for something updated. And let's do that. Okay. So here we didn't have to change the contact name, right? It's still there. And we've got some additional content. This is a different type of thing. And then again, now with the custom values, you can insert anything. So say, for example, you want to know whether or not, say you're in retail and you want to know what size a person is because you want to be able to perhaps call them when you get new items into your store and say, hey, I got this great outfit. Or maybe you want to keep some notes about them. You know, maybe it's they like a certain style. Then you can have a custom value that is that style. And so when you're communicating with them in this email thread, you can say, hey, Jewel, we've got an amazing, modern style outfit here that would be a perfect fit for you. And you know this because you have data in her in the contact record to say what size she is. So you know that it would fit her. And so you can invite her to come in, and then you can give her a calendar link where she can schedule an online appointment to come in so that you can make sure that you're there for her, or that you have a team member there that can be dedicated to servicing her as she goes through the process of trying on this outfit. There's lots of things that you can do. Okay. So again, we're just going to use this same link. Just for demonstration purposes. Okay. Links to anything you can add here. Okay. And then we're just going to save that. And then we're not going to do a full sequence here. We're going to go back and we're going to create what we call snippets. Now, if you message me, then I will give you the sequence that a sequence that you can use to create one of your own. But for purposes of this demo, and because I'm talk too much and I'm running out of time, I'm going to just go ahead and show you how to set up the snippets. So to add a snippets are just basically templates. And so let's set up an SMS template for, let's see. Let's set up a, just so I can show you how they would work and how the setup would be. So this is the welcome text. You can incorporate emojis. You can incorporate any other information. Now, so same thing here. The custom values work in the text templates just like they work in anywhere else in the platform. Okay, anywhere else in the platform, these custom values work. So let me just do this here. Okay, it was great connecting. Now, one of the things you might want to do is keep track of where you met, right? You can add a record. You can add anything to the contact record, can be a custom value. So say, for example, you met someone at your local chamber. You can have a custom value that says local chamber, or the name of the chamber that they will recognize. And so you can send a note that says, it was a pleasure to meet you at the location, and have that be a variable. So maybe at the end of the week, or maybe you have a workflow that at the end of your day, you're networking, you just kind of input where you met them at. And then boom, 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 your messages are going out to them, customized to say where you met them. It has their name. And so that's just really a nice personal touch. And everyone really likes a personal touch. So it says, I just sent over a quick resource to get started. Let me know if you have any questions. Now, when you're doing this nurture sequence, okay, this is not just an email sequence. This is a This is a sequential nurturing sequence where you're slowly exposing and reminding and taking their hand down the journey to get to know you better. So you'll notice the first email message, we talked about the resource, but in this message, in the text message, we're saying, hey, nice to meet you. I sent you some stuff. Check your email. Now, there's a couple reasons why you want to be diligent about this. The one reason is it's just nice. I appreciate getting a heads up. I don't want all that detail in my phone, right? So it's courteous because you're letting them know there's something there, but they don't have to stop and try to read it and all that. They know, and then when they get to a point where they can check their email, they'll check it, right? Sometimes I put a follow-up too to say check your spam folder, because it, depending on how well you know the person, or depending on the deliverability with your provider, sometimes it goes to spam, and so that may be the case in case they don't get it. So sometimes I do that, or I'll send a follow-up just to say, hey, just checking in to make sure you received the resource I sent you. Okay. Now I like to have a naming convention on these. I'm just say day one. Ghost demo. All right. So now you can test these. So you can add attachments. Oh, I forgot to tell you the second reason why you want to you may want to limit the use of text in the text message is because you don't get charged for individual text messages. You get charged for segments. And so a segment, it's about 160 characters. So if you can keep your messages at around 160 characters, you can always manage that. Yes, you actually do with the Boss Assist platform, you do pay for messaging. It's like less than pennies. Like I think $10 is like 900 and something messages or whatever. But the nice thing is that you only pay for what you use. So if you have another platform that's like, oh, everything's included, probably you're paying for somebody else's in that month that is using a lot of text. So it's kind of, up your choice of what you like to, how you want to roll. But there's a small fee. So the point is, and you see, we're transparent about it because you see right here, it gives you the approximate cost. 0.0237 is approximate cost. This is 143 characters, 26 words, 3 segments. You see what I'm saying? Are you seeing what I'm saying? Oh, you can't see what I'm saying because doggone it, I got to get used to doing this. I see now that you do not see what I'm saying because I didn't switch this over. I'm sorry. I went through all that and you probably didn't see a darn bit of it. Okay, so we'll have to just redo this one. Okay, so the point is now you can see. Can you see now? I'm so sorry. I have to get used to this. So what I was saying is that here in the email builder, you can see the text, right? Characters, words, segments. Okay. Let me just, okay. All right. So sorry about that. Let's see. Let me go back to, all right. And then you can add attachments here. You can add files through URL here, and it allows you to test the snippet by sending it to your phone. And so you can make sure that you can see how it works. That the link is, you do have to put a +1 here in the country code. We're based in the US, so that's what I would recommend. You get a notification that the text was sent successfully, and then you can save it. Okay, we're gonna do one more text message. You see there, the text went. We're gonna do one more text message. Let's see, email. What did I name it? SMS template 1. That's not it. What did I do with it? Complete demo, email, text 1, templates, text 2. Okay. Did I not save it? Arg. I sent it, but I didn't save it. Are you serious? Okay. All right. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to set up a couple new ones. So let's add snippet, text, here, boom. Since you didn't see it the first time, you can see it the second time. Okay, yeah, that worked out perfectly, right? So here's the text message. And And we're going to put the body here. We're going to put in the custom value here for the first name. Oops. Let's do that. We're going to put in the custom value for the first name here. Okay. It's great connecting. Just another quick resource here. Again, you can see the cost. We're going to name this SMS number 1 demo day 4. Okay. And we're going to save here. All right. And then we will do a second one. We'll do a second one. Okay. We'll do a second one here. Okay. Demo SMS template day 4. And we'll put the text from the second one here. Value reminder day here. We'll say your reminder day. Okay. Again, here, custom values. You can customize these for you. Your contact. First name. And again, if you are a Boss Assist client, it's done for you. So we would set everything up for you. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, you have immense amount of flexibility in terms of what you can do here. And so we encourage you to definitely use it. Okay, so we've got 2 templates for email. We've got 2 templates for text. Now we're going to automate these texts in a sequence with a workflow. We're going to do that real quick because I see I am running out of time. So we're going to create a new workflow. I'm going to select from scratch. This you can show. So now let's do demo day 4, email, SMS, nurture, sequence. Now, what you want to do is when you add, I would say the way to set this up would be with a trigger word. So you have your whole list of contacts. You've reached out to them on phone. For the automated, something has to trigger the automated sequence. So since you're sending, it's outbound, you're going to want to have a way that you can trigger this sequence when you want to for a specific lead. So it's not something where they're going to send you, they ghosted you after all, right? They're not sending you anything, but it's a way for you to trigger. So maybe you have a call sequence, you're on your 7th call, and you say, okay, at this point, I'm going to add them to this sequence, this nurture sequence. Or maybe you've called them and you want to trigger this sequence to go along with your call. So maybe day 1 you call, day 2 you get an email, day 3 you get a call and a text. You'll work that out. And actually, that's one of the bonuses in the Boss Assist. If you attend the presentation at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, one of the bonuses is a 7-day prospecting sequence that actually shows you how to do that. That will be built into your Boss Assist done for you system. So, but you have to have a trigger. So I would say that the trigger for this should be a keyword. Okay. So we're going to look for a tag to be added. So a contact tag, and you can make it any tag. I would say pre-ghost. Okay. Let's say call it pre-ghost. And then, so we're going to, a tag is added. So when you add this tag, it's going to add them into this workflow. And then let's call it, let's see, we can select a tag. We're going to call it pre-ghost. You can create these tags on the fly. So you see I've started typing what I want the tag to be, and I'm going to just add that new tag and say, okay. So when someone adds that, when you add that tag or a team member adds that tag, this is something you can definitely delegate to someone else. So if you add that tag or someone else adds that tag, let me just make sure. Can you see this tab? I'm getting it. Okay, good. You can see. Okay, so they'll automatically be added. You don't even have to do this. For example, you could just say, hey, well, you could do it yourself. You don't even need to delegate. You can just add a tag to someone from your mobile device and keep it moving. So then once you add them to the tag, then they're going to get an email. So you can also put in here, send an email. Okay. So we're going to send them an email. We had some templates here. So let's see, templates. You can do your own personal email if you want to. Like say you don't have an email created for this particular purpose, you don't have to go all the way back out into um, you don't have to go all the way back to the library to create it. You could create it on the fly right here. But since we have a template, we're going to use our template. And as you can see, there's a template we created. Now, say, for example, there's a last minute change you need to make. You can very easily go in and edit this template, right, before you send it. So you can edit it before you send it the same way you edited it before. It's right here available for you. And that's a really nice feature. And you can also add attachments here. And you can test the email. And nice thing about testing the email is you can test it with anyone. So you can add your testing email here, or you can designate some people to be your testers. So we're going to save that. And actually what I like to do is when I'm naming these, I like to say email welcome. Okay, just so I know what these are when I'm looking at the workflow. Now, you might not want, so you want to send a welcome. You might want to wait a day. Okay. If you want to wait a day, then what you want to do is add a wait step in here. Now, okay, so you can add a wait step that says wait with a certain time delay. Let's say wait for let's say 2 seconds because we're going to do a demo. Oh, I can't do seconds. I can do point something minutes. Okay, let's just say 1 minute, but we're not going to wait because I'm running out of time here. Okay, so let's do this and say wait 1 minute. Okay, wait 1 minute. We're going to save that, and then you can send the text message. So we can send the SMS here. You can send the SMS. Same thing. You can type the SMS message here. Have access to the current values and everything here. Trigger links. We haven't talked about those. And you've got your undo feature, or again, we can use the templates, right? So day one goes demo. There's our template. Remember we created it. There's our template. We're going to save that, and it's going to send that. So here you're going to add the tag to your record. If you're done for you, boss assist, you don't have to think about this. You're just going to add the tag to the record and know that that first email is going to be triggered. It's going to wait a minute, and then it's going to send the second email. And now the other thing you can do is there's logic, there's AI, there's a logic sequence, and we can use AI to determine the intent on their reply, right? So what you can do is you can have an if. Let's try to do this on the fly. And you can, let's see. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be trying to do this on the fly. You can add, I'm not going to do this on the fly. We'll do that on another training day, but you can determine intent. So if you send them a text message, it can wait on the customer reply. It can wait on the customer reply, and then it'll respond whether they have positive intent or negative intent. Okay. Let me just see something here. Let me see. Yeah, I should have, and you can send yourself an internal notification. I do this all the time when I want to know whether someone got something or not. Okay. Or I want to know that someone opened, or I do this on my missed call. It says someone left a message, or someone accessed the IVR but did not leave a message. I send myself an internal notification on that so I can call them and follow up. Okay. So that is kind of how you set up the workflow. Let's add another one. Let's add another wait. And actually we don't, let's do one that's here. We don't have to add another one. We could take this one and copy it. So you can copy and paste these. You can copy either that particular action or you can copy all the actions. Let's copy all the actions. And then you can place them here. And then for this one, the weight is going to stay the same, but we're going to send a different message. So we just click on this one. And then we go in here and we can change the message. So this can be very quick. It seems like it takes longer now in the demo, but there. But you can really save a lot of time with a lot of the different things we have here. So then you have to publish it and then save. Okay. And next, so we've got that. Are you seeing it? Okay, great. So the next thing that we're going to do finally to wrap this up is to show you how this would actually work. And so here's a contact record. We're going to use the Joule test, and we're going to add this tag here to my record. Okay. So we said we were going to add the tag of pre-ghost. And you see that tag is there. When you add a tag, it's available throughout the system. Pre-ghost. And then we're going to, we don't need to do any saving. Okay. So we added the tag pre-ghost. I'm going to refresh my screen. Okay. So as you can see, we talked about the global inbox. Here is the message. Okay. From our workflow, this is the message that we set up for to be received. And so all of the communication is going to be within these records. I'm just trying to see here one thing. The email address is here. This record didn't have an email address. I was looking for the email to come. This record didn't have an email address. So let's see. It's can I do? Well, anyway, you can see that the reason that didn't go is because it needs an email address. We could do another record and see there's a text message that's coming in on my phone. Okay. So that is, now were you able to see that? Yes, you were able to see that. I don't know why some screens it wants me to switch over in Restream and others it doesn't. But so that is kind of in a nutshell how you can create a nurture sequence to keep those leads from ghosting you and to help along your sales process to overcome rejections and support you in the sequence of getting to know them better. So now that concludes the demo for today. To wrap things up, we just built a simple but powerful nurture campaign to keep your leads engaged and reduce ghosting because you're warming them up. The second thing is if you already have a platform, is no reason to wait, no reason to delay. Go ahead and set up a nurture campaign for yourself today. If you need a template, then definitely message me and I'll send you a template to do your email, okay, to an equal email sequence that you can set up. Or you can go to ChatGPT and have one very customized for your business, okay? But if you don't have a platform, if you need a platform, I highly encourage you to get our free pipeline marketing blueprint. The pipeline marketing blueprint will give you a report that actually outlines what tools do you need for your stage in business. So whether you're starting out or you are in the growth stage, you're working on optimizing your revenue operations system, or you're expanding your reach out because you already have your system optimized. All of those different roles require different tools. And so the pipeline marketing technology blueprint is a guide to help you to do that. And did I say it was free? It's free. So it provides a description and recommendation for the right tools for for the stage your business is in today. And you get a roadmap for the tools that you need down the road. So you can kind of have a visual to say, okay, I know I'm going to need this type of tool in the future. Now, if you're with Boss Assist, it's not going to be a problem. If you're a Boss Assist or you're a high-level affiliate, you don't even have to worry about your future tools because the platform has everything. Even features and functions that are not in the Boss Assist suite are available in the platform. I just didn't put everything in there, okay? But it's really a very comprehensive, very robust system. And so you won't need to go back out into the marketing marketplace ever again. Trust me. And then it just, the only thing I asked is I need a 5-minute survey. I need you to take a 5-minute assessment to help me to identify your tech age, your tech stage, right? This is not about how long your business has been around. This is about your technology, okay? Your tech stack. Now, it's just 5 minutes tech assessment. So what you want to do is, I need it to clarify which tools will be best for your business. I want to help you to avoid having to waste time. Look, there is nothing worse than needing to do something with technology. You need to follow up better. You need a nurture sequence so that you don't get ghosted. And you're out in the marketplace. There's like 50 companies that all do the same thing, that all say they're going to support you. And that's just one tiny piece of your marketing stack, right? An email builder or a system to do that is just one small piece. You need email, you need to CRM, you need to be able to track them, you need list segmentation, you need all those things. And one tool is not necessarily going to be the one that you need. So it's going to save you time and money over the long term, because you're going to go out intentionally into the marketplace and get what you need. Okay. And you'll have this roadmap to help you. And it, again, did I say it only takes 5 minutes to do the assessment? 5 minutes. And then, so this is where you go to scaleready.tech, go to scaleready.tech and take the survey. 5 minutes to know what you need to build your business, to have a tech stack. That's what's called. All your technology that you use for your business, that's your tech stack. So you're going to add to your tech stack, in addition to email and SMS messaging, which is one piece of your tech stack. You want to make sure that you have a comprehensive toolbox that can support you as you grow. Okay. So with that, I'm going to end this demo today. I hope that you found it valuable. I definitely am in this 30-day blitz getting used to switching over screens and using it. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing the 30-day blitz, is just to be able to trial by fire, immersion, learning how to get things done and do them right. So anyway, and providing value in the meantime. So if you have questions, feel free to message me. If you need support in any way, I'm here for you. You can get a free tech Q&A 15-minute call anytime. It's not a sales call. It's a answer your question call. And you can get that on my website at getcrystallizedagency.com. So I'm going to go ahead and thank you. And I am Jewel T. Leonard. It is my pleasure to help founders to increase profitability by using high ROI marketing technology to streamline operations and drive growth. See you next time. Bye for now.